G'day guys, and welcome back to Gatekeeper's coverage of the RPM Discs WA Open 2023. This coverage is brought to you by RAD, Gatekeeper Media, and Disc Golf Justice. We are at the Mundaring Disc Golf Course located in the beautiful Perth Hills in Western Australia. This is the third and final round, and this is the back nine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an absolute cracker. I'm Andrew Ferguson. I'm with Tim Bowen, Paddy Robinson. We're the Tee Off Podcast. Fellas.
Mate, I'm so pumped for this. So Austin at 14, Blake and Connor at 13 under, and Alex is firing too at 10. Who knows where this is going to go? I'm so pumped.
As we move on to hole 10, 180 metre par 4. Difficult one to get this hole. Starting the back nine, you want to crank a big backhand turnover or forehand. Position yourself somewhere near this tunnel entrance so that you can navigate the tight wooded second shot.
Oh,
Good one to get. Very tough hole.
One of my favourite holes. And these boys have all got an absolute cannon on them, so should be able to get in position.
Nose up from Alex, but understable enough to keep turning. That might go in the tunnel.
Goodness gracious. Is that too far?
That's a little far, but great shot nonetheless.
It does some of the woods, like sort of, there's a few gaps there, so I reckon he'll have a good chance.
You can scramble on the right side. The left side you cannot.
Austin absolutely roasting this one.
He's got a power forehand,
doesn't he just?
I love it.
Who's up there with a forehand? Goodness me.
Huge shot. Here's Blake going for the backhand.
Oh,
Great
this has
angle.
power.
And that may get to the tunnel. It might be a little short. He's not sure either. He may have to flex something down the tunnel, but great shot nonetheless. To be at the entrance to the trees, ideal.
I reckon he's close.
Connor, little low maybe, and this one's not turning over as much as you'd like it, I think.
No, that's going to be pinched off.
I think he's out of position there, unfortunately.
You've got options there, and one of them's a bad option, cutting the corner over the woodedness. I think going out to the right like he's squaring up here, a much smarter play.
Oh, a little flare back. Oh. Look at this.
Excuse me.
Far out.
Is that's just outside circle one?
Yep, he's happy. He doesn't know, but he got all the way through. He's probably at like a 17-metre putt there, which is an ideal result from way back.
That's an insane... Oh, no. I was going to say, that's an insane drive from Austin to be right there with a forehand.
It was just too good. It was just straight down the guts. And
should be no harm of getting a bogey from that spot, though.
Alex.
This is getting all the way down there. What a shot from Alex. That was absolutely pured. Making hole 10 look very simple. And Blake, he just came in that teeny bit early. He's going to have to flex a forehand. This is a really overstable disc.
Oh, no. Too low of the hand.
Half a roller and half a flex shot.
Jeez. I mean, and Alex is in prime position to take a bird and get another stroke on this card. He is firing, fellas.
Austin with a bit of a stepper through the trees, and he's put himself just a few metres out.
I do notice there's no bogeys on Alex's card either. He has kept it clean so far. So
he's only one of the lead card with no bogeys. All the other boys have been getting plenty of green and plenty of red. Blake's left himself with a little bit of a tester for the par. Here's Connor from range. This would be a very unlikely birdie from that tee shot.
Do it.
Given it to Garrett Gerthy, not quite wrapped up. He'll take a par.
If only had a Sonic. Austin just tapping in. Yeah, takes his 4. Still 4 is, the birdie's so hard on this hole. You'd be happy with a par walking away, but...
Absolutely, and he hasn't lost any strokes to Connor or Blake. He'll carry at least a one-stroke lead into hole 11. Good putt from Blake.
One person he has lost a stroke to is Alex here. He's going to be tapping out for his bird and a turkey.
And you have to be worried about Alex at this point. He was probably enough shots back for you to be comfortable 5-6 holes ago, but he's kept things clean and he's at 11 down, only a couple of shots off the lead.
Hole 11, 185 metres to par 4. Most people are going forehand. You've got some OB that comes into the right here, as we can see by the blue and yellow flags, and you've got a OB on the left-hand side near that sand scrape. You really kind of just want to put one out there to give yourself a chance of having a nice little second shot into the green.
Exactly. You can throw a big backhand flex and carry the OB and have like a really easy upshot, but there's just no need. Takes 2 simple forehands.
This looks
Give yourself a putt.
prime position from Alex. We did see a couple of these boys hit some of these trees early last time, but so far so good. Getting them out in the open.
Great spot for Austin.
Little bit of a gallery there.
Oh, that's a little high. Might have caught that tree, actually, from Blake, but not a bad result. A little short.
I mean, he's got all the power to get there.
And we saw Connor
Yes, more
hit
forehands.
off the tree in the first round. This looks a little better.
This looks much better. He definitely found some rough in the earlier round, didn't he?
Yeah, how smooth is that though, mate? More forehands, Connor, please. All right, Blake is he's a bit far back, but let's see how.
Oh, he's roosted that one.
Got a nice little bit of turn.
Yeah.
Still checked up quite short.
Still short.
That's 30 metres from the pin.
Not out of the question, but
I'm just surprised he didn't go kind of backhand. Big turnover. Slide it in
Probably
there.
needed to at that distance, hey. Austin's got plenty of power to get there.
big flare off the fairway. Oh, yes.
What a shot from Austin.
Goodness me.
Your move, Connor. You're going to need to put it close, otherwise you're being 2 back after this hole because Austin is parked. It's gone
This is
big high turnover. I don't like this, Paddy.
This is very high. Very, very high.
Looks like
Wow.
that was probably best result, hitting the cabbage up top and dropping straight down. He'll have an outside circle putt for the birdie, but that was going to unfurl and fade out to the left.
All right, Alex, to keep the momentum going. This looks fantastic. Big skip. Oh, yes.
Nice,
On the dance floor.
Nice low flick with that beefcake that he's throwing.
I want to know what that yellow disc is. That thing is absolute meat.
It's meaty, yeah. Excal? Something?
Maybe the
mean, he's Innova, isn't he?
new juggernaut, I think. That's what all the cool kids are throwing these days, Fergs.
You're kidding me.
Got to get with the times, mate.
I do.
Oh.
Connor, what a shot.
Yes.
Caught the very right chain, but that just absolutely required with Austin Parks. He'll move to 14 down.
Yeah, fantastic capitalisation.
Alex for 4 birds in a row. Count it.
Huge.
Absolutely loving this young man's charge.
12 down, and Blake dropping a shot, so only got a 1-stroke lead on his arch rival and nemesis, Alex.
I love how you just feel
They
that.
hate each other, those boys. They might be best mates, but they do hate each other on the disc golf course. Austin tapping in his birdie, moving to 15 down as we move on to hole 12.
So hole 12, par 4, 255 metres. One of, the hardest hole on the course. You got to navigate a really tight gap to get through to this other fairway. Then you're dealing with a whole heap of OB with this downhill basket position.
It's just OB everywhere, man. Makes me cry even thinking about this hole. Nice forehand flex from Alex. Looks like it's coming out a little early, cutting the corner.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
Probably came a little bit high, a little bit nose up. If that was a bit lower, I reckon he would have held on to that turn a bit longer and be all the way down there.
Has Austin been throwing a forehand on this?
I
or has
don't know.
I think he might have been going backhand in previous rounds.
I think so, yeah. And he did get early, but there he hasn't. He's got through, so.
That was 2 turned over, and it fought through. That's a great shot. Connor, he's had a nice hyzer flip out this gap every round, and this is looking like no exception. Beating the last tree.
Oh, look at this.
That is prime position.
Lovely.
That's huge.
He's going to have a nice little hyzer in approach now.
Absolutely fantastic. And Blake looking at the inhuman Simon line over the top. This looks like a better attempt than his last 2.
Turn. Come on.
Didn't quite get the all the way turnover and glide, but he's beaten the hard part of the hole.
I don't know, man. We've seen Blake do this a lot. In each round, just because you can maybe doesn't mean you should.
Look, the gap that they're walking through is very tough to hit. So if he can get to this point reliably, it's a good option. Big forehand out. It's going to leave him with a lot of distance to carry for the par up and down. And you want to be close because there's OB everywhere. The sand scrape, OB behind it and left and right and just downhill. It's scariness.
Oh,
Alex putting down a nasty
look at this.
roller.
Oh, it's checking out a bit early, but it'll be fine.
Little early. It's checked up just in front of the Mando tree that you have to pass left of. So no danger of a penalty. And he should have about a 40 or 50 metre open downhill look for the par.
This is a nice spot for Austin to come in with the forehand. That's got a lot of height on it. He's going to hope that gets down pretty quick.
I mean, he's still so far away from the pin here.
It's cleared the sand scrape, and look at the anti-roll.
Oh, my goodness.
He's past the basket. And is that rolled OB?
No, that's absolutely fine. The OB doesn't really start too early on the right-hand side, so no danger of a penalty there from Austin.
Oh, wow.
Wow, look at the backhand shape from Connor. It's drifting pretty far.
Okay. Yeah. He's really judged the distance of that well, and it's checked up probably a little bit short of the basket, but he is on the right-hand side, so...
Yeah, they're going to have
We
nervy
test the
putts, Austin and Connor, but should be able to shore up the par from that range at least.
Is this too far long?
Oh, no. I think that flag stopped it from rolling back in.
That is so close for Blake.
What's happening?
It's a
What's
spotter's
happening?
Call.
Get closer to it.
He's got no idea.
Oh, jeez.
To be continued.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Nice layup. I mean, you love it. You love taking par on this. You know, you don't want to lose strokes here.
A par on this gets you strokes on a lot of people. Here's Connor from range with the stepper. Looks like he may have opted for the layup on that occasion, which is a smart play because it is quite downhill from that angle. Blake from distance gave
Looks
it
like
a bid.
Yeah, it's pretty quick there. I think he might have been a little bit annoyed.
So
Still
hard
don't
to
know if that
call.
was OB or not.
Mate, if Austin birdies this, that's huge charging into these final holes.
Got a decent look.
Oh,
what a
yes.
Mate.
What a cash putt.
Yeah.
Mate.
That forehand was massive from where he was.
Whoa.
I think we've
He
been,
knows that's big.
been underestimating Austin's forehand power. It's a weapon.
Oh, 100%. I had him in my tips going into this because I know he's got the backhand and the forehand power.
Alex with a clean par. So Connor probably didn't think he was losing a shot to Austin there, and Blake unfortunately putting in a double, so they definitely found an OB stroke there.
Yeah, Blake with that, he's like 5 off the pace now.
As we move on to hole 13, it's a par 3, 98 metres, quite uphill, so it takes a bit of a crank to get your forehand there. Probably playing closer to 350 foot, 110 metres. A lot of players are, if they haven't got the forehand power, opt for a backhand turnover, but Austin's got the power in spades. Here we go.
Well, this looks a little low. Is it going to check enough?
That looks money.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yes.
If he keeps playing like this,
Austin.
he's going to be very hard to catch with his 2-stroke lead.
Alex Kynaston, Team Innova.
I like the shape. Needs to beat some trees here.
Geez, distance is no problem.
Looks like it's caught those last trees, which are at circle's edge. So he'll have an obstructed straddle out putt from just outside the circle. Connor also opting for that backhand hyzer route.
Yeah,
Look
love
at this
that
thing
flip
pop,
up.
Missed
man.
that last tree.
Oh,
And
just
he'll
the
have-
edge.
You'll still have a good look there.
Yeah, it looks like he's just in front of those trees, so it's going to be pretty awkward, but he's at about 10 or 11 metres.
Blake here looking to make amends after a double on the previous hole, and this looks good.
This is parked.
Oh,
Oh,
far
an
out.
absolute rope. Great shot from Blake with the buzz.
Yeah, great answer.
A little dejected after that double bogey on hole 12, but he's not the only one that's been there, that's for sure. Connor.
Oh,
you
no.
are kidding.
Goodness me.
He had just about every tree up, every limb of
Oh,
his body, and that is a filthy spit out. Right off the pole.
ugh, that just hurts, man. I was going to say, like, there was the body language on the card as they're teeing off there it's feeling a bit low. You know, there's a few shaking heads and all this, and
That's so unfortunate for Connor.
just
With Austin
yeah.
parked and a 2-stroke buffer, the last thing you want is a dead centre spit out.
Yeah.
That was gross.
That's going to give Austin 3 shots moving into the 14th hole. So very, very unfortunate for Connor. Alex in for the par, Blake in for the birdie. He moves to 12 down, tie for 3rd place. And Austin,
There he is.
Well done. Gets the turkey.
Gobble, gobble, as Nathan Queen says. Speaking
Yeah.
of hole 14,
and
It's
you
coming
can
up
tell
next. Just
Austin feels bad for Connor too, but
Yeah.
nothing you can do. We all saw it, Connor. That is dead centre. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can smack
punch
that
it,
one,
mate.
mate.
You're allowed to do it that time.
Yeah.
After the round and with your offhand.
So after that unfortunate spit out there for Connor, we see Austin take a 3-stroke lead heading into hole 14. This one's a really nice hole. It's a 235-metre par 4. You got a nice big booming drive that you just want to keep on the fairway, nice dead centre, so you can have a safe approach here to a basket with got a little sand green, a bit of OB behind.
Little bit of OB.
Yeah,
OB everywhere, Fergie.
Swinging round the basket.
Very treacherous approach shot, but what a fun hole this is. Austin looks like he got a little greasy through the foliage on the right-hand side there, but even if he hit those, he would have had plenty of distance.
That's nice. Let's see if Blake can get an absolute roost on this one. Nice and low.
Oh, man, has he what? He's got that double bogey aggression coming out on this drive.
I'd love to see some arm speed stats on Blake Houston, to be honest. Maybe we need to up that in the the future coverage. Oh, this is big too.
That needs to drop a little. It's looking like it's hitting those leaves on the right-hand side, but I think it's low enough. Just sneaking under them.
Get out of the way, Ben Kennedy.
Yep.
That is huge.
That is massive.
I think someone outdrove you there, Blake.
It's a more technical tee shot than it looks. You're kind of like pointing uphill a little bit, and you need to have your disc nose down, and those trees on the right come into play very easy. So
yeah, kind of flipping this one up just nicely.
That's
heading towards the OB, but he'll be right there.
Yeah, love watching his drive this whole tournament, guys.
So he'll be first to act for the second shot, Connor. He's going for the backhand again. I think he goes something slower speed over the sand scrape. Which is
maybe a little early there.
Oh, that's at risk of skipping OB. And it's checked up nicely.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that wasn't the best approach shot from Connor, but that's why he's throwing a slower speed disc, just to make sure it doesn't bring that left side OB into play. Austin's gone long enough off the tee to take the forehand approach.
Oh, I love this. Does it have the legs?
Oh,
no.
It's just hitting the sand scrape, and as you can see there's no skips off the beach of the sand scrape.
Yeah, just a brain fade there.
Yeah, that's a horrible mistake.
There's OB on the edge of every part of this circle, so understandable from Austin. You don't have to see it with the forehand, though.
It's not like, yes, there's OB everywhere, but it's not the hardest shot to.
It's relatively open for both the hyzers and the.
Those boys have chomped off 150 metres from the tee, so they've only got 70 tops for a lot of them.
Sit down. Jeez.
So yeah, you'd like to see Austin avoiding the penalties from that range, but look, this is the nitty gritty. The last few holes of a major. This is to save the par.
Nah.
He's really just laying it up, making sure he has no comebacker for the bogey. At this stage, he's got the strokes up his sleeve to play some safer shots like that.
So
here's Connor.
Yeah, can he capitalise on... just around the basket.
Jeez, it looked good though, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little hyzery though, and understandable because OB, it's probably 8 metres behind the pin on Connor's line. Great putt from Alex.
Alex. Just push it. That's taken him to 13 under.
Very, very hot round. 6 down through 14 holes. And all of a sudden, Blake needs this to keep pace. And straight off the pole, beautiful putt from Blake. That's 2 in a row. You can forget about that double bogey, son.
Yeah.
Good comebacker from Connor. As Austin taps in his bogey, we move on to hole 15 with a 2-shot lead separating Austin and Connor, and 3 shots to Blake and Alex. Paddy, hole 15.
Well, look, I reckon we've got, 4 boys who are throwing backhand here, so this should be a relatively straightforward up and down. 120 metres, yes, but it's right in the wheelhouse of all of them. So I reckon we're going to see a few birdies here.
I think fatigue maybe comes into play at hole 15 on this hole. I see a lot of people go too short and too left, as Blake has demonstrated there.
I think he's had a fortunate tree there, and maybe just outside the circle for a putted bird.
You can certainly hit putts from there, but it is tricky. Hanging it out nice and wide like Alex, that is very wide though. That's going to need...
It's asking a lot.
And not quite getting it, unfortunately. That is OB, and he's going to have to come back quite a ways, but should be a relatively easy up and down to save the bogey. Connor, now he needs this to put the pressure on Austin.
Oh, that looks nice out of the hand.
Great weight. Needs to
Has he got the distance?
skip.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
good check.
Yep.
Very good check.
That was going to go well outside circle, probably outside circle 2, so that tree's kept him just on the edge. Austin cranking the FD3 out over the OB. I'm loving the weight of this, Paddy.
Yeah, love the height too. Oh, good little check up off the little ridge there. And he's absolutely parked. Maybe a little bit of benefit throwing last there too.
Yeah, getting the wind reads and...
Yeah, Alex has to take, and he's taken his second shot.
Looks like
fairway back, but he's done well to put it near the pin, and he'll probably tap out for his bogey.
Yeah, well done. As soon as you have to get up and down for the bogey, at least you want to put it close and not have to putt, and he's done well there. Blake with a bit of a tree in his backswing, but he's just on the inside edge of the circle, and that's a little low.
Yeah.
Felt like he was a little pinched there. Didn't quite get his normal putt.
Yeah, it looks like he couldn't really bring the legs into that, so...
Now he's in a...
Connor!
Oh,
what a clutch
jeez.
putt. Needed that.
Far out, man.
That takes some balls to hit that sort of putt at this point in the round, putting him to 15 down. Austin, though, what a great drive.
Yeah.
He's maintaining that 2-stroke buffer with the last 3 holes to play.
Just again, another birdie after a bogey from Austin.
Yeah, well, I want to see the data on this now. I want to see the stats.
Never makes 2 mistakes in a row.
I feel like a broken record, but yeah. Just pointing it out, fellas.
Things are tight, boys, as we move on to hole 16, the funnest hole in Australia, I'm calling it. 375-metre par 5. A big backhand turnover or backhand roller off the tee is the way to go. Or you can go a safer forehand shot and then chomp off the distance on the second and third shots. It's all downhill, but the distance still comes into play, and there's a sand scrape green just left of the basket.
Yeah, I reckon that drone flew pretty quick then, because that's almost 400-metre long hole, and yeah, it's quite a fair way.
Oh, yes, Connor. Come on. Look at this thing, boys.
Flex. Oh, yes.
That is ginormous from Connor. An absolute piped shot with the
Mashed
backhand
potatoes.
Huge. Now,
Oh,
Austin's
man.
been going for the forehand because he's got plenty of distance, and it takes out those first 2 trees right in front of your face off the box.
That's mashed.
Oh, it's turning, though.
Needs to get off that cabbage there.
Oh, it looks like it just caught the late
Yeah.
ones, but that's plenty of distance. No harm done on that drive.
I reckon, what, is he 40 metres, 50 metres back from Connor, though?
Yeah, at least.
Oh, no,
this
Blake.
one's burned over.
Oh, it's
Good line.
Trying.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
far out, man.
I don't know how that worked, but you take it.
Okay.
I reckon there's was a fortunate piece of bark there that helped that.
Oh, hang on.
wow.
That might have helped it a bit. No.
Come on, get
Turn
out.
over.
Get out.
Just
No, it's too overstable.
And that's why I go the forehand like Austin, because I would hit that tree 3 times out of 4, I reckon. Alex has still got plenty of distance. He is off the fairway, but he did progress at least 100 metres. Got a little bit of a scrambly shot to get back to the fairway, and he wants to
he's
try
gonna
the
cut
cut
roller.
roller.
I like
That's
it.
very ambitious.
Get up.
Don't think it's a
Nah.
flippy enough disc.
Just needs to check up
And
pretty
that's-
quickly, though.
I mean, bold.
It's back off.
It's
the
a bold
fairway.
strategy, Carden.
He's making his very clean round to this point look a little messy.
Yeah, Austin with a very clean look here for his second. He just needs to absolutely smash this thing down a hill and not go
Standing
near
up.
those trees.
I was literally going to say,
Yes.
I bet he goes nowhere near those trees, but no, I would have bet wrong.
Looks like he didn't quite get the turn that he was after on that shot, but it got through those 3 trees that do catch a lot of discs on the left side of the fairway. Blake looking at making amends for an even par round to this point, which is certainly not what Blake is after. That's great big distance.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful
Into
shot.
space.
That's got some sauce on it.
He'll have about 120, I would think, 100 and maybe 130 metres left.
Finally, we get
this.
to Connor.
Look at this. That is so far down there.
Oh,
This
and
looks
he's got
good
the
too.
turn happening too. It was maybe a little nose up, but the turn definitely helps. And that's
Oh, mate.
way down the hill.
That's mushed.
Great shot from Connor. If he can birdie hole 16 and put the pressure squarely on Austin, that'll certainly be making him think twice going into hole 17, which has plenty of OB.
Alex here. Unfortunately, that cut roller did put him deep into the rough, and he's got a tricky little flexy forehand out. I don't think that came out at all.
I think he was
nicely.
going for another roller. Take your medicine, son. I guess at this point in the round, a lot of these boys very ambitious. It's either your first or your last. So he's just trying to get there as quickly as he possibly can. Here's Austin.
This is big.
This is all of 140, 150, I would think, from this range. So the forehand maybe playing for par.
Oh, okay. No, it's coming back.
I like the shape of it.
Yep.
Oh,
wow,
boys.
shot.
That's clutch.
Yeah, that's a huge shot. Not many people have that forehand power from that range.
I mean, like, we're still not at Connor's drive. I reckon he's going to have a very straightforward up shot.
Little skinny from Alex. If it trickles down the hill, which it is.
Good little anti-roll there.
We'll have a little elevated putt for. I've got to be honest, I've lost count at this point, Alex.
It must be 4.
I think that was for par.
Blake's in Venom range. Again, I think this is a little skinny as well.
Oh, no.
But no.
Oh, great little ground action there.
Yeah, great work from Blake. Let's see where Connor got to.
He's going to want to definitely put this close to stay in touch with Austin, who's looking like he might get a birdie.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Austin. I can't believe Austin's putting
That's huge.
from those shots so far.
Oh.
What a shot from Connor.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay, I'll put it in the basket's shadow.
Yeah, it's already in the tray.
Me.
Far out. Now the Austin's in the driver's seat, really, and he's got to make a 7-8 meter putt.
Yeah, if Austin's
Very
got
nice.
a 2-stroke lead with 2 to play.
You say par there,
That was par.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Great work, Alex.
Goodness me. Okay.
If
so-
Austin hits this, it's going to be very difficult for Connor to come back. If he's got a 2-shot lead with 2 to play,
Oh,
what a
in
pass.
the heart.
How was that forehand from Austin? Amazing.
Oh, that's huge.
In the heart.
So Connor's going to need this to stay 2 back with 2 to play. And then, to be honest, he's going to be asking for mistakes from Austin because hole 17 and 18 being par 3s, it's going to be tough from here.
Yeah. Jeez.
Connor just popping this one in for his bird. And he played the hole beautifully. Big turnover, sidearm, drop in, happy days.
We have to see more sidearms from Connor.
3 birdies on that hole.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely played by the MPO lead card.
Oh, it's getting tight. Hole 17, 120 metre, par 3. It's downhill. You do have a creek to contend with where the OB is extended a little bit further out as well. Big booming drives down will get you onto the green, and I don't think distance is any problem for any of these.
Needs this, Connor. Absolutely crucial that he birdies this hole to have any chance. He's holding it out a little too straight, a little long. It's cleared the creek, but that's an outside circle death putt for Connor.
Yeah, downhill. It's no good.
Yeah,
Unlikely to be birdied. So Austin just needs to keep this inbounds. Oh, that's a
Oh,
little
that's
yank.
No.
That's hitting trees.
If that's hit trees, that's OB.
Oh, and it could have checked up short of the OB creek, but that's a real unforced error from Austin. Needed to put that inbounds.
Far
Now
out.
he's looking at a bogey at best.
This looks nice from
Oh,
Blake.
yeah. Get in the hole.
Yeah.
This is
Come
a
on,
genuine
do it.
ace chance. Get in.
Oh,
goodness.
Far out.
You don't
Raptor.
mind. Don't lose that disc, Blake. Jeez.
Oh, he throws that Raptor on every hole. What a shot from Blake. Here's Alex matching the line. Oh, it's a little yanked like Austin's. Is it missing the trees?
Yeah.
No, that is exactly the same result as Austin. They'll be coming back a little bit to where the OB starts and having a long putt for a bogey. Just a
Austin with a
layup
little-
from Austin.
Ooh,
little
that's a
short.
little short,
That
yeah.
almost landed back in the creek. He's
Far out,
maybe,
dude.
maybe some late nerves there. From
definitely
Austin.
showing some signs of nerves. Alex
do
has
it,
got
do
not
it.
a lot to
Ooh.
lose at this point, giving it a good run. Coming up a bit short.
What do you do here if you're Connor? Do you run it? He's pretty far
So
out.
he's getting one shot on Austin. I don't think you can bank on Austin bogey in the last hole, so I think you got to give it a genuine bid.
Stay in bounds,
just-
stay in bounds, stay in bounds.
Oh, that's
Oh, and
Is that in bounds?
it's inbounds by half a centimetre.
No.
You can see the nose of his disc just inside of that OB line.
Oh, my God.
he deserves that after running that. Good on him.
Gave it
Far
a
out.
genuine run, and so grateful that checked up and stayed in bounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do we have some noise?
Okay.
No, I think he just didn't like his resetting, which is very smart. Needs this for the par.
It's a lot of maturity in a very young player. Fantastic.
And look, he'll still get a stroke on Austin, who's putting in the bogey. So he moves into hole 18, one back on Austin.
Far out, man.
As Blakey just taps in his birdie.
Yep,
I think we
little
saw
high.
3 birdies from Blake on this hole through the tournament. He's got it absolutely dialed.
Austin just with a few metres here. Shouldn't have to worry about it too much. No.
So there we have it, boys. Hole 18. We've got Austin at 17 down, Connor at 16 down, Blake at 15 down. He's not out of it. Alex, unfortunately, is. It all comes down to one last hole in front of a big gallery at the Mundaring Disc Golf Club.
Oof. That's all right, Alex.
Yeah, a bit of a
Yeah.
rough finish for Alex. Here it is.
All right, mate.
Hole 18. Paddy, what do you need on this hole?
Oh, mate, you need to put it under the basket. But, par 3, 95 metres. There's OB everywhere. Boys, this is shaping up to be huge. Like, there's so much trouble to get in. I can't wait to see what these guys do to close out this tournament.
Blake's only
He needs an
one
ace,
behind.
Blake.
He does. Is he giving it a chance?
Genuine ace chance. And that's checked up inbounds.
Okay.
Happy days.
All right.
Green flag from Boat. There's the man who's played the most rounds of anyone in the world on UDisc. Look it up. That is Boatman.
All right, Connor throwing first, so to put the pressure on.
This
it looks good.
Looks good.
Come on, come back. Little skip.
Look at that. He's parked. All the pressure squarely on Austin.
Far out,
That's
man.
moving Connor to 17 down. Austin, all of a sudden, he's got to hit an island that's just bigger than C1.
Are we going to see a playoff? What's going to happen?
I'm getting nervous, fellas. I'm so nervous. This looks great.
It does look good.
Come
A
on.
little short.
Is it?
No, that's in.
Well done. It's huge.
Wow. And Boat again on the flags. Awesome stuff. So Austin, there he has it. He's got like a 7-8 metre putt to close out the tournament.
Must hit.
Connor's parked. He's getting that putt.
Mate, I feel like I'm watching Geelong play football. My heart is racing. Oh, well done, Alex.
Nice low drive from Alex. That is
Yeah.
ideal.
I mean, he hasn't finished.
Boat's finished.
He hasn't finished the way that he wanted to, but that's an excellent drive on the final hole.
I think we'll see Blake putt first, and then we'll see Austin with a chance to close it out.
Blake finishing with a turkey. Good finish there.
Good performance from Blake. He's short up, third at worst.
Oh, boys.
Here we go. We've got Austin from looks like about a 7 metre putt for the win.
Has
Needs
to
it.
make the hearts racing.
Purple shorts.
Dead
Oh, well done.
center. The monkey's off the back. That's his first big major win from Austin. He's had some wins, but this is a
Wow.
big one, and he knows it. Well done, sir.
Jeez, that is clutch. Ice in the veins. And I'm going to say it. He birdied after he bogeyed, fellas.
Great work from Alex.
Oh, and a
Good
huge-
5 down in the final round from Alex.
Yeah, and
Wow.
this chap here, Conor Donnelly, absolutely stand out. He's had his health issues, and but he's just come out this weekend and absolutely firing. Congratulations, Dan.
And just one shot off the pace, and we can't forget that dirty spit out on hole 12. That could have been the difference. Really filthy from Connor.
Straight into the beer. I love it.
Is that a Great Northern? Probably.
Good on the Canberra boys for having the beers ready. You can see me chugging one down there.
I love it. He's trying to hide it from the camera. We can see you, mate. No, well earned, well deserved. Fantastic effort from Austin. What a final
He says,
round.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
Too many nerves there. Oh, mate. What a huge effort.
Massive stuff. I can't believe he bogeyed 17 to bring Connor back into the equation, but awesome drive from Connor on 18 to put all the pressure on. And what a clutch putt from Austin. Huge win.
Wow. Okay, so final
beer.
round. Yeah. 7 down from Austin, 4 down from Connor, 3 from Blake, and a 5 from Alex. Jeez, boys. Huge there. Dan Frost coming into 5th there. Alex maintained 4th. Jade Brady at 6th. Tim, you're there at 7th, mate. Well done in the top 10.
Yep, happy to climb up there. But shout out to Austin for the win. And shout out to Gatekeeper Media for more awesome Aussie content. We've been the Tee Off Podcast. We're delighted to bring you this commentary. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you at the next one.
See you then.
Can't wait.